What's up guys, and welcome to this video. So today, is that a blind man recording videos? How's a blind man gonna edit and record videos? I mean, what's he gonna do? Listen to it? Oh god, now he's gonna squat. What do you do? What, man, does this blind man think he's a bodybuilder or something? What the heck?
So long, I've been stuck in my ways, but somehow I know change. It makes me stronger. Every time I'm on my way down.
What's up guys, and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how a blind YouTuber records and also edits videos. So of course, I am a bodybuilder. I love, working out, and I'm in the gym right now, and that's where I record a lot of my videos. And you guys probably wonder how, if I'm blind, how do I record and edit my own videos? So I'm going to show you today, and I have my tripod here, and I'm going to be using this and just showing you as an example of how I know how I'm going to record my videos inside of the gym. So to start things off, we get the tripod, and I'm using my phone as an example as a camera. So I set this up, and I know the squat rack is right here. So what I do is I know that I'm going to be squatting inside of the squat rack or whatever exercise I'm performing, and I just feel where it's at. I walk back. I do my best to line up the camera. Of course, sometimes you guys can probably notice that I'm not in the center of the shots, but it's okay. I usually get myself somewhat in the frame, but I try my best to set it up. I point it really right where I just walked from, and then I start the record. So I hit the record button. It's recording, and then I say, first warm-up set of squats, 135 pounds. And that way I know what the recording is of when I go to edit it, which I will show you guys that later when we go to the editing process. But so I say what it is, so squats, warm-up, 135 pounds, and then I go over here to the squat rack. So I come over here to the squat rack, I go into the squat rack, and when I want to start when I want to cut and start the video, that way you guys don't get all this extra footage in there when we edit, which I will show you that later, I make some kind of obnoxious gym grunt or some kind of just crazy noise. For example, we get the weight up, and I'm ready to start the film, and I go, yep. And then as soon as I'm done and I know that I want the film to stop, I usually rack it pretty hard. That way when I'm editing, which I will show you that as well when we get to the editing process, but I will hear that noise, and that is pretty much it as far as, recording inside of the gym. That's how I know what I recorded. That's how I set up the camera to make sure that I'm in the frame. More times than not, I set it up farther back to make sure that I'm actually in there. And of course, when it comes to, vlogging or recording myself, all I have to do is, hold the camera up just like this. I usually have this little thing attached to it, so I hold it by that. And then there we go. I'll feel the lens to make sure it's pointed at me, and then I talk to it. And I usually narrate things at the beginning, just like I did with this. I say what I'm doing, and then that way, when I go to edit, which I will show you guys, I know what the video is of. And that is pretty much how a blind YouTuber records. That is, that's how I do it. That's how I go about my recording. That way I know what I'm recording and what it is when I get to the editing process. So that's pretty much it as far as the recording process and how I set up the tripod to make sure that I get myself in the frame. And of course, sometimes I'll be a little bit crooked, and when I'm holding the camera, I'll cut my eyes off, or all kinds of things. But hey, I'm blind. I don't know that I'm doing that. So, I usually find that out after I edit it and upload it, and then I'll have someone comment and say, hey man, you were like totally not in the center of the frame. And I'm just like, oh well, it is what it is. So, hope that makes sense, and I hope that answers some questions, and then I will catch you guys when it is time to start editing the video. So once I have everything recorded that I want to edit, I mean, so, you know, being a blind person, if you want to record videos, it's not that hard as long as you know how to turn on the camera and hit the record button. But sometimes, as you guys have seen, if you ever see a video of mine where my head's cut off, or if I'm not in the center of the frame, just a little hint, I'm probably the one that set the tripod up. I'm probably the one recording because I don't know if I'm in the frame. I've also left the lens to the camera. I've left the lens on and I didn't know it, so you guys just saw a black screen. So, you know, when it comes to recording, it's not that hard, but, you know, lining up the camera can be a little tricky. But all the magic happens when I come to my computer and it's time to edit, because I'm sure a lot of you guys wonder, you know, if he's blind, how does he edit his videos if he can't see? So any Apple device or Apple product, so I have an Apple MacBook Pro right here, that is my laptop, and I also have an iPhone, which is also an Apple product, and they all have this accessibility feature called VoiceOver, and I have Ava, that is my lovely assistant. So Ava, I can cut her on real quick for you guys.
VoiceOver on Finder, desktop, Untitled folder.
So that is Ava, and she is how all of the magic happens. I actually use Final Cut Pro, which is a Mac program to edit videos. So if I go Final Cut Pro, and I can go to open Final Cut Pro, and I don't ever have my brightness turned up on my screen because there's no point if I can't see it. So I have the brightness turned all the way down most of the time because, and if I want to stop her from gibbering, I just hit the control key. And something that's really cool is I don't ever use the mouse pad to my computer. I won't ever use the trackpad. I literally operate my computer all off of keyboard commands and a combination of pressing. Sometimes it can be as much as like 4 or 5 keys at one time to do one simple command. But once I'm into Final Cut Pro, which is what I'm in now, I start editing my videos. Now I'm gonna, you know, show you guys. I'll cut the brightness. I'll cut the brightness up for you guys so you can kind of see what I'm doing. But what I do, so it's called the project timeline, and that is where, you know, my project is. That's where I edit the video. And what I do is just, you know, I start throwing. So I'm here, I'm in the process of editing a video, and I'm getting ready. I gotta add the gym clips to it. So earlier, before this, you guys seen me in the gym, and I showed you how I record videos, and I talked about doing obnoxious gym grunts and making noises, and I use noises and audio to edit my videos, and this is how I do it. Now I go really, really quick because, you know, I've done this a lot. These are all of my clips. Ooh. So here's the gym. Okay, so once I get to the clip of the gym,
225 first.
Boom, there's the secret right there. So this is a bench press clip, and here's the secret.
225 first.
225 first. So just like in the gym earlier when we was recording, you heard me talking to the camera. So I basically narrate what I'm doing. So this is a bench press clip of me doing 225, and it's the first set. And then, you know, the Final Cut Pro shortcut keys for play is L, K is pause, and J is rewind. So it goes backwards. But if you hit L to play and you hit it again, it goes faster. And if you hit it again, it goes faster. So what I do when I edit, here we go. Oh, there's the obnoxious gym grunt. So when I hear that, that's when I know I'm about to start. That's when I need to start the clip. So I hit I, and it says set range start. So that's the start that you guys will see. And then I go until any exercise like bench press or squats, I'll hear me rack the weights. So I know I'm done. And when I'm done, I hit O, which is a Final Cut Pro shortcut to set the range in, so it sets the end of the clip. And then all I have to do from here to put this clip at the end of my project is hit E,
Append to storyline.
and it says append to storyline. So there's a few different things I can do. I can either put it on the end of the storyline, I can insert it in between some other clips, or I can throw it on top of something. So for example, just to show you guys, because I do add transitions as well. So project timeline, I'll go into the project timeline, and it tells me the time, and that is the clip that I just throw in there. So if I want to add like a cool little transition, I can do Command and T, which is another Final Cut Pro shortcut, and it adds a cross dissolve effect, which I do add transitions in there, and I try to place them where it makes sense to put transitions. And also, so now you can see before, at the end of this, when the music stopped, I didn't have any footage. Now it goes into the gym and we're good. It starts and it doesn't have any narration of me saying what it is. So I cut out all of the stuff of me talking to the camera so I know what it is. And also, if I want music, which I like to add music, I think you guys enjoy the music. It does take me, it has a little bit of extra work, but I like adding transition and music to it because I think it makes it more enjoyable to watch and listen to. So I already have this clip in there, so I'm just going to use this as an example, and it's the same thing. So if I want to start it right there, I hit the I key. And if I want to stop it right there, I hit the thing. But for this, it's a little different. Instead of hitting E to put it at the end of the project, I can hit Q, and it says connect. And now, I know this is not going to make sense at all, like why I put it right here, but I'm just showing you guys. And I use J, K, and L a lot because that's fast forward and play and rewind. So now when we go in here to the gym clip, if I can get there, it should be right here soon. Right here. So now in the gym clip, instead of it just being the gym noise, you will hear probably right here. Now there's music over it, and also you're like, wow, that music's too loud, so I can go to the music clip and control and the hyphen key, so I can make it really quiet so it's not overpowering. Now it's a little bit quieter. So that right there is how I edit. That's how I record my videos. I could go into a little bit more detail now. Since I've learned how to do all this, I'm sure you guys can see that I'm really, really quick with it. I know where I need to go. I know what I need to do because I've edited over 100 videos on my channel, and I've recorded over 100 videos on my channel. So I do it a lot, and for me, it's just second nature. There's a lot of little tricks and things that I do when I record that helps me when I go to edit. And I've just, I have my own little workflow. I talk to the camera, I know when I need to cut it out, and I do all of these little things that helps me to edit videos without being able to see them and solely off of audio. So I hope that makes sense. And if you have been wondering, how does a blind guy edit his own videos? Well, to be honest, it took me probably over a month to figure out how to actually do this, but I just sat down and with patience, perseverance, and persistence, not giving up when I got frustrated, I was able to learn how to do it, and now I'm pretty efficient, and my editing has definitely improved. If you look at my videos from when I started this YouTube channel until now, my videos have improved tremendously. At least I would like to think so. I don't know if they improved as far as the visual, but the audio's definitely gotten better. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that answers some questions. If you do have any more questions for me about how I edit videos or how I do anything else in my everyday life, just please comment down below, and I'll do my best to answer them for you guys, because I like to answer questions that you guys have for me, because I know it can be quite curious, or I know that you guys can be curious on how I do some of the things that I do in my everyday life. So I think that made sense. And if you want to watch that video that I was editing and that I am editing right now, there will be something up here in one of these corners that you can click and go watch the video, and you will see, you know, that music, you will see the workout footage and all of that and how I put it together to make my video and the vlog. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it answered your questions, and if it did, please give it a big thumbs up. And as always, guys, thank y'all so much for watching, and keep getting stronger.